Hello and welcome to the Healing Journey. My name is Chanin. I'm a licensed massage therapist, a certified Reiki master and teacher, a clinical herbalist, and a holistic practitioner. And this is a space where we explore mind-body connection, natural healing, and the practical tools that you can use to feel more balanced, empowered, and at home in your own body. And today we are going to talk about Calendula Infused Oil. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about manual lymph drainage versus lymphatic massage and how they are different. Well, for me anyway, Calendula Infused Oil is a tool I use during my manual lymph drainage sessions. It is an incredible tool. It's an incredible herb. The infused oil means that you don't have to worry about drinking it or taking a pill or anything. You just put it on and it's great for the skin. But we're going to talk about all of that. The great thing is also it's not high tech, no chemicals. It's literally dried herbs and oils. And most people don't realize exactly how powerful this can be. But first, let's talk about the herb calendula. You guys all know what a calendula is. I guarantee you that is just part of the official name. The official name is Calendula officinalis. The common name is marigolds. Many people have them in their yards, or their grandparents had them in their yards, or parents. Most of us know what a marigold is. And it's always been right under our noses, and it is an extremely powerful, wonderful herb that we can use. And when you put it in an infused oil, it is incredibly more powerful. It's wonderful, and I love using this. It has been used for thousands of years for many different types of ailments and for different types of skin issues and things like this. So this is not a new knowledge. This has been known for in other countries for thousands of years, even into traditional Chinese medicine. It's not a new herb. It's just new to us. So the way I make the infused oil is I only use the flower. However, the leaves can be used, the stems can be used, the whole plant can and should, can be used. But I know with my infused oils, where I get my herbs from, and the fact that I know that they're organic and wildcrafted and all of that, it just works better with just having the flower part. And it creates a beautiful, wonderful smelling oil. But you can use it as a tea. You can use it as an infused oil. You can use it as a poultice or a fomentation. We've talked about those before. But again, the infused oil is my favorite because it's the easiest to put on and it smells wonderful, and it just helps the skin on top of everything else. So let's talk about why it's incredible for lymphatic health. It is one of the best tools to use for manual lymph drainage. It can be used with manual lymph massage, but it really works well with manual lymph drainage by keeping the lymph moving even after you're done. It can keep the nodes from swelling up. When we're doing manual lymph drainage, the first thing we do is we make sure all the lymphatic nodes are open. If they're swollen, we work them and remove the stuff that's in there to get them unswollen, and helps everything move. If we do a session and then put the calendula on after, it helps keep those nodes unclogged. It helps keep everything moving. So it really does help a lot in keeping swelling down post-op. It also helps to keep things moving after a detox session. So it is very helpful. It reduces the swelling where all the nodes are. So we're talking the armpits, the sternum, top and bottom. We're talking around the hips and the groin, and behind the knees, and in the ankles, and in the wrists and elbows. Every place you have nodes, when you put the calendula on after a lymphatic session, it just keeps everything moving, and it keeps those areas from swelling back up immediately. For people that have issues with swelling, this is a godsend because they actually have a break from having the swollen ankles or swollen knees, because it gives them, like I said, it keeps things moving for a little longer than just a manual lymphatic drainage session. And why is this important? Because remember, lymph is our garbage system. It removes all the toxins from our system. It drops it into the bloodstream and then takes it out through the spleen, liver, and kidneys. It helps, when it gets stagnant, that's when we get the swelling. So by making sure that we don't have stagnant or clogged areas, the toxins are moving through our system much faster. And we are around toxins every day. If you walk through a parking lot, you now have toxins. So if you're going from your car to the office or your car to the grocery store or anywhere, there's toxins. So this is a great way to get rid of the toxins. The calendula actually will help pull everything in and move it. So when you have the calendula with the lymphatic system and all of it working together, your garbage system, your sanitation system in your body is moving and working more efficiently and more effectively and keeping you healthier. It's just, that's how awesome it is. And I've seen it happen with my clients. And it's wonderful. And they all, everybody just loves it. The other great thing is, if you drink it, it has to go through the digestive system. If you use it as just a fermentation or a poultice, it's only in one area. Where if you use it as an infused oil and put it all over, it sinks straight into the skin. It heals the skin. It makes the skin look and feel better. And then it drops straight into the lymphatic system that's right below the skin. So it's easily absorbed and it is easily taken straight into the system it needs to work in. And that's, one of the great things about the lymphatic or the calendula working with the lymphatic system. So here are some other ways you can use calendula. It is a vulnerary. What does that mean? It's a wound healer. You can put it on a cut or a scrape and it's going to help it heal. If you have an incision from a surgery, you can put it on the incision and it will help it heal and reduce scar tissue. Part of the scar tissue is fascia buildup, and the calendula will help remove that and keep it from getting hard and getting built up. It'll keep it nice. It'll keep it flatter. It'll keep it from showing. The scars will be lighter. So this is one way we use it. One of the ways it moves fluids away from the site is because it is helping the lymph move. We've talked about this when we talked about manual lymph drainage. When you have surgery, all the immunity cells, all the healing cells, all the T cells and macrophages, and they all go to that spot. This is going to help move those out faster so that you don't have any buildup. So it actually does promote healing on top of everything else. Even if you're not doing manual lymph drainage, it will promote the healing or the movement of these dead cells and these other thick toxins that you don't want around that cut or that wound. One of the other things it does is it will actually heal from the inside out. Even if you put it on the outside, it'll sink down into the skin and it'll pull the skin together and heal it from the inside up rather than from the outside down. And it does that because it's an astringent type of herb. It pulls it together, it dries it out, it brings it together. So your body will go from the top down, it comes from the bottom up and they meet in the middle. Faster healing right there. If you just wait for your body to do it, it'll do it. But this is definitely a faster way to get a cleaner healing, especially on a cut or a wound or scrape. That's, as soon as you do it, you're like, oh, that's going to leave a mark. We've all been there. Most of us have anyway. This will make that mark even less noticeable. It may still be there. You may know it's there, but it's not going to be as obvious to other people.
Sponsored by Dublin Roasters is the Frederick Coffee House, fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at DublinRoastersCoffee.com, where you can order online and have coffee shipped right to your door. You can sign up for a monthly membership as well, open for curbside and deliveries 7 days a week. Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash, now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location, and TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership, and you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
Another thing that calendula will do is it will reduce inflammation. This could be muscle inflammation. This could be any kind of inflammation. It will reduce inflammation. You just take some of the infused oil, rub it on, and it will start reducing the inflammation. It does take a minute, but it doesn't take a long time. And Matthew Wood is somebody who I've read his books extensively and have other people that have talked to me about him. He is Western herbalist. So what does that mean? It means he works mainly with herbs that are in this country. And he says calendula cleans the wounds from the inside out. So it's not just cleaning the outside. It's not just keeping things away. It's in there cleaning that wound. It's pulling the stuff out. It's the garbage man to the sanitation system that is the lymphatic system. It's going to help that lymphatic system work even more effectively. It helps with itching. When you get the itchies after you get the scab, you put it on, it'll stop itching. It will stop dryness, that dead, dry skin that gets around the scabs or wherever. It'll stop that from happening. And like I said, scar visibility will go down so much. I've seen scars go from really dark to very light with somebody that's come in and had an older scar, and we still got the visibility to go down. It's really an incredible herb. So I keep saying how awesome it is for skin. So everyday use, especially in the winter, it stops the dry, cracked skin that we get in our hands and our feet and our face when we're out in this cold stuff. And, you know, right now it's middle of winter while we tape this, and it's cold. And I can tell you, I'm using my calendula at least twice a day. In the morning before I leave my house, and in the evening when I get home. And half the time I use it while I'm at work too. So it's really great for that. It's actually a little bit better, in my opinion, than lotions in the wintertime, because the oil that I use for my infused oils, it's an avocado olive oil blend, which is semi-permeable to the skin, so it sinks right down in it. It doesn't lay on top. A lot of times lotions will lay on top. They don't sink into the skin. So if you get calendula infused oil from me, you know it's going to go into the skin almost immediately. If you don't get it from me, make sure you get it in some kind of oil that is permeable or semi-permeable to the skin to make sure it drops down into the skin and doesn't lie on top. And when we do it this way, it hydrates the skin. And again, you're healing from the inside out. Even if there's no cut or wound, it's still pulling everything that's bad, everything that you wear on your skin every day, just being around and out and about, because we're not living in sterile environments. You know, it gets all that stuff off. It nourishes all the tissues that it comes into contact with as well. It helps heal them, it helps nourish them and hydrate them and keeps them healthy. And the best part about calendula is that it is safe for most ages. I say most because there are some like a week old you might not want to use as much. And it's not so much the calendula, it's the oil that it's in. Calendula is fine. Calendula is one of the safest herbs out there. And The reason I say this is because Calendula Infused Oil is beautiful for cradle cap, and it's also great on diaper rashes. And it's perfectly safe to use. There's no chemicals. It's not going to burn the child. It's not going to cause any kind of rash or harm. It'll make the cradle caps easy to comb off. It will help keep the skin in the diaper healthy so you don't have the diaper rashes. So yeah, you can use this on any age. Definitely for older people with crepey or thin skin, it helps keep that skin safe and helps keep it from getting ripped. And I don't know if you knew what I'm talking about, but sometimes when people get older, their thing gets really, really thin. And even just touching something, it can break open and bleed, and it looks like they were beaten, but they really weren't. But it can get really bad. Using the calendula oil can help relieve that. It's not going to make the skin much thicker, but it will keep it from tearing and ripping because it will be in a healthier state. A lot of times as we get older, our skin dehydrates, and this is a great way to keep it from getting to that point. Another great thing is you can use this when you're pregnant. I do not recommend any herbals taken internally when pregnant. I just don't. Let me take that back. There's a few, and it depends on the circumstances, but that would be an individual conversation. I don't do it generically and say, yeah, this one's safe, because it's not. It's not always safe. You have to work with your herbalist to decide what's good, what's not. But the calendula infused oil, you can rub it on the belly, and it's going to keep you from getting those stretch marks. You can rub it on your thighs. It's going to keep you from getting stretch marks. It's going to make everything work better. And it's going to keep your lymphatic system healthier. It's going to keep you healthier. So external use, beautiful during pregnancy. The only other place I would not use it is, again, you got to be careful, especially when children are little. External use of calendula oil, not a problem. I would not, if you're nursing, put the calendula oil on the breast. I would wait until they were at least 6 months before I would do that, just to make sure there's no allergies, there's no issues with it. It could be the oil that it's in. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the calendula, but it's just best not to. Want to use something? Vaseline, a little bit of Vaseline. I'm told I can't use lanolin, but I'm told lanolin's really good. I'm allergic to wool, so lanolin and I do not get along. But yeah, there's other things out there that are natural that work just as well. So I definitely wouldn't do it for the first 6 months, but after that, you'd be fine. So now I've told you it's good for wounds. I've told you it's good for skin. How about if I told you it was good as an antifungal? Yeah, it can help with athlete's foot. Surprise. Yeah, exactly. It can help with toenail fungus. Again, craziness, right? Yeah. Some of the other things it can do is it's really helpful if you have eczema or psoriasis and you use it daily, at least once a day. It can help relieve some of the symptoms and some of the outward appearance of eczema and psoriasis. If you burn your hand or you burn a finger or something, it can help with burns, and it will keep the scarring to a minimum. It helps with relieving bruises, helping them move faster and heal faster, because again, we're moving all that dead stuff out because it's going through the lymphatic system. Here's something most people won't talk about on a podcast. It can actually help with hemorrhoids. So if you have hemorrhoids, a little bit of calendula oil goes a long way. It definitely will help. It helps with insect bites. Remember when I said the itching? Same idea. It will help with insect bites. So mosquito bites, whatever, spider bites, especially in the summer, you can put it on. They actually will kind of stay away, because if you think about what people used marigolds for hundreds of years ago in this country, is they would put it around their garden to keep the bugs and the animals out. So it's almost like a natural insect repellent, and it's not citronella. Citronella has its place, not on our bodies. So wonderful there. It can also help alleviate some of the varicose vein issues. It's not going to get rid of varicose veins. I'm not saying that. But sometimes varicose veins can be painful. It will help move that along. It'll help with that, the inflammation there. It can also help with rashes because, again, rashes are usually some form of bite or dryness or inflammation. A little bit on a rash, it's going to go a long way. It's going to help out a whole lot. So I guess the bigger thing to think of here is that this has been used for thousands of years before a pharmacy was ever created. It's making a comeback. I've seen it here and there. It's not like it's trending anywhere yet. Give it time. It'll be trending because this is a wonderful thing to have in your medicine cabinet. It's natural, but natural doesn't mean weak. Sometimes we just forget, or our culture forgets about things, and then all of a sudden it comes back around. And that's kind of where we're at with this. A lot of times they think herbs take too long, or they're not fast enough, or they're not good enough. The thing is, herbs may take a minute longer, but once they start going and once they get in there and they're working, they are incredible and they are fast. And that's what calendula does. It may not, it may take 2 or 3 times putting it on, but you will feel a difference fairly quickly. It's one of the fastest working ones. It is gentle, but it is so powerful. It can, like I said, children under a month, maybe not, but anything from a month past, yeah, they're safe. It's really just about the oil that the calendula is infused with. Be careful with that more so than the actual calendula. And you don't have to take a pill and you don't have to drink a tea. You can just rub it on and it's going to work. It can be in, like I said, like the infused oil, because of the way I make it, I know it's going to sink straight to the skin. It doesn't lay on the skin. But you can use it in the way you like it. It just, you have to find a way to use it. We do have it in stock always here at the Healing Storm, in our Healing Storm apothecary. We do sell it on, we do mail order, so you can request an order, or you can, I think we still have it online. If not, you can always ask at orders at the Healing Storm. It's orders at the Healing Storm apothecary. Or you can just reach out to us at 240-394-6046. When we answer the phone, we'll take your order and send you an invoice, and everything will go through. I'm pretty sure we do have it online though, so I'm pretty sure I still have that set up. But yeah, we always have it in stock. We do use it here on our clients. We use it free of charge. They're not charged for it extra. When we do use it as part of our manual lymph drainage service, automatically included. So it is something that we use every day. I know I do. It is made with organic herbs and oils. But even if you don't buy from me, now you know it exists. You can go to Amazon and find it. You can go probably to some health food stores. I don't know, but you might be able to find it in some stores. So there's lots of places you can find it. If you want to drink it as a tea, I know that several places carry it as a tea. So you can do that. But it is really great for healing. It is great for swelling. It is great for scars if you want to use it for that. And it's definitely awesome for skincare. So it's simple, effective, and accessible. And it's not super expensive, by the way. This is one of the cheapest things you can get. And for the results that you'll get from it, you will be surprised. So, how many natural tools for healing do you think we've forgotten just because they aren't marketed as medicine? Think about that. How many things are out there that we don't know we could be using because they're not marketed for medicine? Based on my knowledge, there's a lot. And sometimes when I tell people things, they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah. So keep a lookout for things like that because it's out there. So we live in a world that's always searching for the next big thing, especially when it comes to healing. And healing doesn't have to be a new big thing or something new. It can be something that's remembered, something that's been forgotten and has been brought back to the forefront. And calendula oil is going to be one of those things. Calendula infused oil, or calendula in general, is one of those remedies that reminds us our body already knows what it needs to do. And this is an herb that helps it do that. It doesn't do it instead of your body healing. It does it with your body. Remember, it heals you from the inside out and your body heals from the outside in. They work together as a team. So my hope, my really big intuition here is that calendula infused oils are going to become a trending thing. And you might want to try it before it gets there, because I know I'm not going to be raising my prices, but you know others will. And just saying, this is something you want to look into. So give your body something gentle, natural, time-tested, and know that it's going to work. It may not work in 10 minutes, but give it 2 or 3 days. You'll see a difference. As always, if this episode has made you think about your body and the use of herbs, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about herbalism, holistic wellness, or alternative medicine, please feel free to leave a comment or message us and let us know. We'll either answer with another video or we will answer your comment right then and there. So until next time, take care of yourself and trust your body. Honor your energy and keep choosing what brings you back to balance. Bye.